A great question on Threads sparked today's video, and I knew it was something you would be interested in too. I asked, what was the thing that was holding you back from getting more corporate clients in 2026? And I got an amazing response that I thought I would break down for you. She said, fear. And I dove a little deeper to understand what exactly was the fear that comes up when going after corporate clients. And she said the fear was around delivering. She doesn't want to drop the ball and maybe having some ADHD thoughts of being all over the place. If you've ever thought the same thing, like, will I be able to deliver? Am I going to be able to do something that's valuable enough to this organization? This video is for you. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I've got 3 things to help your corporate client delivery be foolproof so you don't have to worry about not delivering or falling through the cracks or any of the things that may be going through your mind. And you can get in, do a stellar job so they invite you back, and you can start to use this for case studies for other clients. So let's dive in. If you're new to me, my name is Kirsten Allen. I work with experts, entrepreneurs, coaches, and strategists to get their group programs and one-on-one programs and turn them into corporate client contracts. So you're in the right place. I've done this many of times, and I've created a formula that's not only about how to get in corporations, but how you as an entrepreneur can save time and do things like make sure your engagements are stellar and that you get a high rating when it comes to your feedback so that you can continue to do this in an impeccable way. Okay, so let's dive in. The first thing that's going to really set the tone here is do not promise a ton of stuff. It may sound simple, but I think when most people think about corporate, they're thinking it has to be this long drawn out agreement or contract that you're going to have to deliver all these things. Don't. To be quite honest, most of the things that you're doing now are probably not even going to be required by your corporate client. You may be doing like 50% of the work that you're doing right now to get them to an amazing result. So scope down instead of adding all of the bells and whistles to your clients. One easy way to do this, I always talk about this from a perspective. If the client doesn't have a particular budget, then you can dial things back. But if you're just getting started and you want to get comfortable in this space, you don't have to jump out to the 5 or 6 figure contract to get started, right? That's great. But if you want to build up your confidence around it, it's okay to start with a $5,000 or $10,000 agreement. That's one, still great money. 2, it's on the lower end of the corporate spectrum so that you can feel confident with delivering a workshop or delivering something that, again, is one of those small micro-sized problems. Maybe you're doing some type of audit or assessment, and that's how you're getting comfortable in the space. So it does not have to be a multi-year agreement to start out. You can start with something very small. An example of this, which I love, is doing a workshop. So rather than doing done-for-you marketing or any services that's going to require you to be with a client for a long amount of time, consulting and things like that, a one-time workshop can actually be can work really well for someone who's just getting started in this space and wanting to build your confidence up. Because literally all you're doing is talking through the things that you already know, getting them to an outcome, and then you're going home and you're getting that paycheck, right? Which leads me to my second point. Anytime you're delivering an agreement with a client or doing a contract with a corporate client, always teach from the thing that you know like the back of your hand. Don't try to do anything new, anything that you haven't tested before, anything that's theoretical. Use what you know. If I sat you in a room, you didn't have any notes, no phone, no computer, no anything, you could walk me through these steps. That does not have to be anything complicated. I've worked with people who have taken executive presence, for example, who have taken mindfulness strategies and work with corporate clients. There are several people who do talks on adversity who literally just tell their story for a living and get paid crazy amounts to do keynotes, talks, and things of that nature. Imagine that. You know your story like the back of your hand. You could use that to get corporate clients, and it doesn't have to take a lot on you to deliver. I brought this one up because if you're thinking that you may drop the ball or whatever the case may be, my idea is how do you make this so foolproof and streamlined that there's literally no way that it could be messed up, right? Unless for some reason you just don't show up, which I know that's not going to be you. That's not the type of person that you are. But if you can show up, get in the room, and again, do something that's just, you can spit it out, you're going to be good. Last part of this, my last suggestion for this question is to put in parameters so that you always have a backup plan in place. So parameters could look like having another team member that manages the emails or manages some of the back and forth with the clients. It could look like building out an SOP and using automation to do some of those things. It could look like having a simplified process, which is what we help our clients do inside of the Get Corporate Clients Bootcamp, so that you always follow the same system when you're working with these clients. You never have to guess. You never have to figure out, what do I do to send the invoice, or what date is this supposed to happen? Because you already have a dialed in system that's going to help you work with these clients more efficiently. You don't need a ton of software. You don't need a ton of complex systems. A very simplified process that you have documented, and again, that you can either automate or delegate to a team member, a virtual assistant, will help you be able to show up better. One of the things that I have recognized as an entrepreneur going into my 5th year, right? This is 2026. Yeah, going into my 5th year, is that when you have accountability in your business, especially as a CEO, you help to mitigate against any human things that you might have, right? We all forget things. We all might miss an email, but if you have a team member, if you have a system that you're following, it helps to overcome any human error. That can make you feel more confident. Well, it's like, okay, it's not all on me to create this. It's not all on me to deliver this. And that doesn't mean like you have people to show up for you or have people to teach your workshops, right? But I mean, in the back end process, you have something in place that even if something happened to you, or even if you forgot one day, or whatever the case may be, the person, the system is there to back you up. And here's a bonus tip that I just thought about. As you continue to grow in this space, find other people who can support you, because life does happen. Things do happen. One of the things that I've been working on over the last couple of years, especially as I move to a new area, is building up other people who do similar things to me. So that way, if there's ever an opportunity that is either outside of my scope or I'm unavailable to do it, I have someone that I can lean on to be able to step in my place. That is something that I would get as soon as possible. The other 3 steps that I shared are going to help you be able to go after a contract today and feel confident with it. And then as you grow, when you have people that are on your bench, then you'll be able to pull them in for different opportunities as well. All in all, what I want you to know is that you got this. Know if you can deliver to a client right now that you're working with, whether that's one-on-one, group, whatever the case may be, you can deliver to a corporate client as well, as long as you dial it back, stick to what you know, and have a system in place to be able to deliver in excellence. It'll go well. Trust me, you'll figure it out along the way. And if you want some support to make sure that you go into these opportunities successfully, this is what we do inside the Get Corporate Clients Now Bootcamp. We walk you through the step to not only acquire the client, but ensure that you deliver well. We don't teach you your expertise. We don't teach you how to build a skill set. You have to come with us with something that you know and you've delivered, right? And it's gotten results. But we help you put it into a corporate package and make sure you are confident all along the way, and building in these systems that I talked about so that if there's ever any human error, you have something to fall back on, okay? So if you're interested in that, I will put the link so you can see more about it. And you can be able to book a call with me if you feel like that's the next step for you. If not, take the things that I shared, go after your next corporate client, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Go ahead and click subscribe and check out this next one.